Hare Sandhya. Hare. Loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Kirtan ki jai.
So, welcome everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, today is a very auspicious day. Do you know what month is this? It's a month of Kartik. Kartik month means glories, like blessings, bhar bhar ke from Krishna. Krishna gives the blessings like anything. It's like a bonus sale. So, you say it one time, Hare Krishna, you get 1,000 times benefit. So, this is the golden opportunity to earn that. And this is a very special day today because you know why? we have a very special guest. And he's not just like he's a divine person, not just a normal person. He's a divine person. Why? Because he's coming all the way from St. Louis, driving just for this program to give his blessings. We have some devotees from Kansas City also. So we have devotees from Kansas City, we have devotees from St. Louis, we have some Prabhujis from Philadelphia. Asim is one very good friend of mine. We are meeting after about 20 years now, or maybe 15 years, 10 to 15 years something. And it was just Krishna's mercy that Krishna wanted him to be coming on this day. So, let me introduce you to our present speaker, Sri Lal Gopal Das Ji. Hari Bol. Lal Gopal Das Ji holds a master's degree in informational technology from Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology in Australia. He currently works as a director for telecom company specializing in cyber security. He is a spiritual leader who delivers discourses on Vedic scriptures such as Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu Puran, Ramayana, Mahabharata and Vedantic texts. For the past 2 decades, he has lectured as a service to many organizations in St. Louis, such as in ISKCON St. Louis, Goloka Children's Hospital, Bal Vihar of St. Louis, Hindu Temple of St. Louis, Missouri Ganesha Temple, Durga Temple, and BAPS. He has been invited speaker to lecture at educational organizations such as Doctors Association, Washington University, and St. Louis University. He has also extended his discourses to regions outside of the Missouri area, such as New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Vancouver, etc. For the past 5 years, up until May 2024, Lal Gopal Das Ji serves as the president of ISKCON of St. Louis. He has now taken up the role as the zonal supervisor, overseeing and providing guidance to multiple ISKCON centers in Missouri and few centers in Illinois. He also has his own YouTube channel with the name Daily Gita Bites, where he regularly posts the videos. To date, he has delivered over 1,000 discourses. Big Hari Bol to him. Currently, he is conducting a course titled Flavors of Vaishnavism via his YouTube channel. So Lal Gopal Das Ji was initiated into the Gaudiya Vaishnava lineage by his guru, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, who is a direct disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of International Society of Krishna Consciousness. So this is a real fortune for us to have him all the way from St. Louis just to give his blessings and for a spiritual discourse. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. Over to you.
I didn't know the introduction is going to take half of my time. Sorry about it.
Sorry about that, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, can you all hear me? Yes?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. We have a very special guest over here, of all among everyone, I guess. So far, I'm surprised that she's very quiet and observant of looking around things. Sukriti? Dhruti. Wow. That's Krishna says the same thing. One should have Dhrida and Dhriti means one's life. Determination. Okay. As Niraj Prabhu said, today's This whole month is a very special month. It's called Damodar month, also called as Kartik month, where this is a month where Krishna was tied by his mother Yashoda for his naughty behaviors. This is the month. And this is a month where Govardhan Puja also happened. And many, many beautiful things around Vrindavan that took place on this particular month. The appearance of Radha Kund and Sham Kund, many such things. It's beautiful, especially you've gone to Vrindavan. Have you all visited Vrindavan in India? How many of you have visited Vrindavan? Yeah, nice. If you have not, it's the best place to go at least once before we can't move around. It's a beautiful place. There are more than 5,000. They say there are more than 5,000 just Krishna temple alone in all sizes over there. So when you're going, just make sure that you're not in rush, so you can enjoy the dham, holy dham over there. Mathura is also there, close by. Govardhan is there. It's all Barsana is another place of Radharani. It's all very close by areas. It's beautiful, a lot of stories. And when you go there, just make sure you're guided by some devotees, so you can hear the stories, nice stories. And there are prominently some 7 important temples are there, which are established by the acharyas, especially those Goswamis. And those are the temples very important we have to see. Radha Madhav, Radha Govind, Radha Shyam Sundar in ISKCON temple is there. Many places are there. So this is a very special month. And on this month, any little bit of service, devotion that we do, it multiplies unimaginably. It's just, you cannot put it into a number of 100 times, 1,000 times, 2,000 times. It multiplies. It just multiplies like anything, right? So you're all coming here to give your blessings to the host over here as another service also. Coming and sitting and just hearing the kirtan, a small bit of speech related to Krishna, it's all adds on. It's all adds to our credit points of bhakti just by hearing, sitting and hearing. So I was just in the morning, someone, as you have in your messages, they keep forwarding so many different messages. I got a one message today. It's quite interesting from Ratan Tata, because he's a hero for now over India. For who doesn't know who's Ratan Tata, is one of the richest man in India, richest man, really rich man. So he was just telling that how he realized something in life, quite inspiring. Many things he said. One of the things that he said was 3 places where people get realization, understanding of certain things, some realizations, right? And out of 3, 1, it will be too late for us to realize. 2, we can realize. And out of 2, 1, not necessary we will go to that place. 1, most of us visit that place. To break this puzzle, he said hospital. Second place is a jail. And third place, cemetery. Right? So the first place, hospital, is where when we visit hospital, then we realize how important to have a good health. Good health, right? Unless you see, go to hospital and see people around, how they walk, how they, different types of people are there, patients, I mean. When we see different type of patients, then we realize that, the body has been so valuable, and it can run to the max, to the point, and finally it breaks down. It breaks down only when we don't take care of the body. Therefore, it is important. You're all in this field. So it is all very important that without the body, one cannot perform any activities. The body is so very important. Whether you want to enjoy this life or whether you want to do some devotion in this life, right? For everything, what is needed? We have to have the body. And how much are we really caring for the body? How much importance are we giving to the body? So it is important that we have to take care of our body to the best that we can, not beyond the point, to the best that it can function to the max. So Ratan Tata was telling, when I visit hospital, I understand the importance of the health. I don't know whether he's gone to jail, but he was just saying this out of his realization. Not that everything has to be experienced in our life. Sometimes experience comes through just watching others, right? So therefore, we should not ask that whether he has gone to jail then. No, not necessary, right? How many of experienced the venom of a snake? No one. But are we ready to try it out? No, but we know it's bad. It's going to kill me. So not necessarily everything in life has to be experienced. Just by watching things happening around us, we can understand, we can get some realization. Likewise, jail is another place where people understand after going to jail that the life, the value of independence, freedom, value of freedom, right? They don't understand. The husband and wife, it was their wedding day, and then the husband asked, "Wife, where shall we go tomorrow?" And the wife said, "Well, let's go to the place where we've never been before. Take me to the place where I've never been before." Wife is told to the husband, "Take me to the place where I've never been before. That's the wedding day tomorrow." And the husband says, "No problem. I'll take you tomorrow." And they went to the bed. Next day morning, wife was waiting for husband to tell where they're going to go. And husband invited her to the kitchen. Well, that's a joke, by the way. That means it says that she's not visited the kitchen for a while now. Right? So jail is another place we have not visited, but we can understand that it's a place where the freedom is taken away. So many times in our life, we have a lot of freedom. And when the freedom is taken away, then we know the value of what freedom means and independence means. We all have that independence to do whatever we want. But we have to channel that independence that has been given to us, the freedom that's given to us. Just because we are all part of this country, it doesn't mean that I can start driving the car 120 miles per hour. I'll be caught. Just because I have a freedom to go anywhere and everywhere, I just cannot enter anyone's house for that matter. I cannot just enter this house. If they have not known me before, I cannot come and start sitting and talking here. Come on, open the door for me. They got introduced, therefore they let me inside this house. Freedom does not mean we can do anything and everything. So that value, Ratan Tata was just saying this one. And finally, he was saying this, we will only know the value of our life. It will be too late by then. This last one is a little later. But he was just saying, driving the point that we'll realize when we go to the cemetery, right? Whether you're going to attend someone's, the cremation, or that's the only way we can realize, come to a realization, right? If you're going to attend someone passed away and they're in the cemetery and you're going there to attend their last thing, cremation, then we realize, oh my God, what is life? What are we doing here? At one point of time, I've attended several times that people call me to this, their loved one passed away. They want me to come and speak something from Bhagavad Gita. I go there, the body will be right there. The friends and relatives and every members will be there with kerchief in their hand and crying. It's just a very difficult situation to see this one, where the body is right there. And especially the sad part is that in America, it's quite different than in India, how the procession of taking the body is done. In America, you see that person is just like happily sleeping there. Yeah. You go to any of these things, you'll see there with the boots and coats and suit, and he's smiling and sleeping there with all the flowers around him. And the incense sticks on his top of his head over there. It's like coolly sleeping. But India is terrible. You make all these noises, and I don't know, different parts of India maybe have a different culture. From where I'm coming from, it's just not a very pleasant thing. Just people beating their chest and head and crying, and all sort of things happens. It's just difficult, miserable. So when we go to the cemetery, there is one particular funeral home which is just 10 minutes away from my house. Every time I have to pass through this street. And I've gone to this place for so many times, visited and spoken for a long time. I was thinking, when is going to be my day? When is that going to be my day? Who's going to speak for me when I go or pass away, right? So it's just the days are not too far. From sometimes it's just for some people it's sooner, some people is later. Some way or the other, we are all going to. We all became a citizen of America. Some of them are still in the process of becoming a citizen of America. But ultimately, what's going to happen is we are all going to end up this place called funeral home, right? Someone is going to be there. But this particular program is not to say make you all feel miserable about why even I came to this class and hear about funeral on an auspicious day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So the point is, Ratan Tata was the richest man in the world, no, not in the entire world, but he one of the richest man. He was telling this three reason where you get realization is hospital, jail, and the funeral home when you go to these places. That's what his realization is. It's quite impressive when especially comes from people like him, who's everyone looks after as an example how to be a leader life. So today's topic has been given to me to speak on what is Krishna consciousness and its purpose. So that's what we'll talk today. Is what we spoke for a few minutes is just an introduction, which I got inspired by hearing this particular statement from Ratan Tata. There are many beautiful statements that he gave. But just let's hear from the greatest of great man beyond we can imagine of any human from his words. That is Sri Krishna. No one can match his instructions, what he has spoken so far. So I start with the invocation prayer, and then we can get into the topic of what is Krishna consciousness and its purposes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Deyam Sada Pavitra Deyam Sada Deyam Sada Deyam Sada. Please repeat after me. If you can repeat, please repeat after me. If you cannot repeat after me, that's fine. Otherwise, we can keep a simple prayer. Just keep it as a simple one now. Om. Everyone knows the Mangala Charan prayer? Okay. You can have to repeat after me a simple prayer. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So what is Krishna consciousness and its purposes? Now, this is all based on what Krishna spoke in Bhagavad Gita. The word of this topic is, it has three words in this whole topic. That is Krishna, consciousness, purpose. Right? I'm going to divide this whole session in based on this three terms: Krishna, consciousness, and purpose. In the Vedic school of thought, there is something called object, the object to be the object of knowledge, and the instrument of knowledge, and the goal of that particular knowledge. I'm not using any of the Sanskrit terms to make it very hard. In simple terms, I'll use this word and I give an explanation also. For everything that we are trying to do, there is three things called Tattva, Hitam, and Purushartham. Tattva, Hitam, and Purushartham. You need to know the object. You need to have the knowledge of an object. And once you know the knowledge of the object, then we need to know the ways and means to attain that knowledge of that object. And then what are we going to do with that particular object? Now, your objective for you all is to come here. You all came here. That is your objective. The object is to come and sit and hear some pravachan, some lecture, something about Krishna. That's an object, right? Or to keep it very simple, you want to buy something from a shop. Say there's a latest and greatest, whatever it may be, a phone that you want to buy. That's the object, right? So that's an object. Now, after knowing that, after seeing that object, you need to develop a knowledge about that object. That is a phone. That is not a couch, right? That's not an apple. That's a phone. I cannot eat that. Therefore, you need to have the knowledge of that particular object. Now, as you have the knowledge of the object, then naturally a desire to get developed. I want to have that object. I want to have that phone. I want to have that object. Then that's a natural desire comes. Once a desire has been developed towards that object, then what we want to do? We want to get it. We want to get that object, right? So how do we get it? How do we get it? First is a tattvam. Tattva means understanding that about the object. Second is hitam, where the means to attain that particular object. Now I have to go to that showroom, iPhone or a Samsung or Nokia, whatever the showroom is around. I need to go over there to get that phone. I'm taking a phone as an example here. It could be anything for that matter. Right? So the phone, I have to go. So what does the mean to attain that object? Well, you have certain ways. You can go by car, you can go by walk, whatever you can think. Those are two possible ways. Depends on how far that object is located. So there's a means to wanting to attain that particular object. Now you attain the object. You finally went there, and whatever the means, you attained the object. You got that phone. You brought it back, the phone to home. What are you going to do? Put it under your pillow and sleep? Are we going to put it under the pillow and sleep, the phone? Yeah, so you're going to start using the phone. That's a purpose. The purpose of having the phone is not to make sabji out of it. Right? You're going to do something out of it. You got to make something out of it. What's the purpose of the phone? It has its own purpose. That is called purushartham. Purushartham, the end goal of what the object is meant for. That's all. This is the three things. If we, please come forward over here. There's a lot of space here. Thank you. Please sit here. So please come. So is there kids are over here? The youth ones can come over here and sit rather than sitting in the back. I see some of them are here. Please come. You all come. Please come forward. Come. You all please come forward. Sit here. Yeah. So that's a point, is that this is a key thing. First, you have to have the knowledge of an object, and then that knowledge will develop a desire to wanting to obtain that object. And then we find a means how we want to obtain this particular object, and then make use of that object, the purpose. And this is all has been explained in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita speaks about these important things of understanding what is that object, how to obtain that object, and what are we going to do with that object. Now the question is, what is that object we are talking about here? Right? We need to know a proper understanding of what that object is. And if you don't understand, then it's going to be very challenging. Krishna speaks about few objects in Bhagavad Gita, especially three objects that we all should be aware of. There are three objects. The first one is called, I'll use the technical terms, and then I will talk about the meaning of it to make it easy. The first one is called Chit. Second one is called Achit. And third one is called Ishvara. What are the three things? Chit is where our connecting to our topic of Krishna, consciousness, and purpose. Krishna, when you think about Krishna, we are talking about that particular object, and consciousness is talking about the activities that need to be performed to connect to the object, and what is the purpose of connecting with God, right? So therefore, over here we understand Krishna in Bhagavad Gita speaks The entire how many chapters are there in Bhagavad Gita? Who knows? 18 chapters. This 18 chapter of Bhagavad Gita can be classified or grouped into three groups: 1 to 6 chapter, 7 to 12th chapter, and 13th to 18th chapter. These are the three groups. Very, very systematic. Bhagavad Gita is so very systematic, and it speaks about these concepts over here. Because if we don't have proper understanding of what Bhagavad Gita, appreciate what's the message in Bhagavad Gita, then we are going to take the book and open and read it, right? What are they use? There's one person who came to a king. He said, use this one. I'm going to give you a special ring. Use this ring, and whenever you are in joy, open this ring. I've written something for you, and read it and put it back. You'll be all right. And whenever you are happy, open the ring, read the message, put it back. Whenever you're happy, read this message. Whenever you're sad, read this message and put it back. And your life will be peaceful. And the king accepted, the sage gave this ring, and the king accepted this ring very happily. And life was going very nice. One point of time where there was a army attacked on his kingdom from the neighboring country. They came and attacked, and he was fighting. And during the fight, he lost pretty much everything. This king, the ring king, he lost everything. He was with his horse. He was just running away from these other people. He went to the point where he cannot escape any further. He cannot escape any further. He was stuck on a place, and he could not go anywhere. Then at that moment, he just remembered the sage one time visited him and gave him a ring. He said, when you read this message, you will be in peace. And the king remembered that. And he reached out, went to his ring. He just opened that ring, the thing. It's like a locket. So he opened it, and he saw a small bit of paper. He opened it. He read it. You all want to know what it is? Yes? Yes, no? I'll skip the stories otherwise. If you want to know, don't want to know. You want to know, right? You want to know what's written there? He opened, he read it, closed his eyes. He found something very peace, a very peace within himself. The message says, this too will pass. Everyone say, this too will pass. He rolled it, kept it inside, closed his eyes. What a surprise. The people who were chasing him and coming, he didn't hear any sound for a while. Somehow or the other, they got lost. They couldn't find the king, and they went into a different direction. The king went back. He had another friend of him, another king. He gathered his army, came back, defeated that neighbor, and got his kingdom back. He was in a joy, so happy, excited. Then he remembered what sage said. He opened his ring, released the paper, and what did he find? He found peace in himself. He became normal, put in back. So in life, this is exactly what happens to us. Sometimes it's miserable. His life is so miserable. Nothing is under our control. It just, whatever we plan out, it goes opposite. It just goes in a different direction, south. In that time, we open our virtual ring and read this message. What? This too will pass. Louder. This too will pass. This too will pass. So life is like that. Always ups and downs. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that life means it's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be up. There's going to be ups and downs. If there is no ups and downs, it's not called life. It's called not life. If say for example, how many of you have visited an ICU? Yes. Yes. If you're not visited ICU, at least you must have this idea that they'd have this, the person who's lying down there like this with all the tubes and everything, right? And there is something put on his finger, and there's a wire goes to the monitor. And what's the monitor tells? There's an ups and downs. And what's your name again? Huh? Sri. Krish, do you know anything about this ups and downs, the monitor in the hospital? It's about heart. Yeah, it's about the life and heart and how the person is functioning. And you go and tell, what is this? So much disturbance there. Why can't it be flat? Will you ask that question? Will you ask that question? Flat means what? Gone for good, right? You don't want that monitor to be flat. Flat means it's dead, gone. Ups and downs means he's active. Life is still there. So therefore, in our life, ups and downs, we have to take it in such a way that, yeah, I'm living for it. Anything for that matter, service also, ups and downs. There could be. This is the message of Krishna. Krishna says the same thing. Don't weaken yourself. Wake up, fight. Get up and fight. Right? Get up and fight. That's all the message of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is a coach, life coach. Where you see this football, the tennis games and different games, there are cheers. These girls will be there with all this different thing that they are making all these parties to be cheerful, right? They do this, right? In the corner, they do, hey, like that cheers. Krishna is like cheerleader. Is giving us to become more sense of, make us understand more what life means. What life means. So we have to understand this is a message of Krishna. But Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, in 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, all about inspiring someone who is weakened by heart. Life is not just that. There's a long way to go. And then he comes to a point where Krishna says to Arjuna that, my dear friend, Arjuna, I've told you so many things. I told you so many things. Pick whatever you like to pick from what I told you. Not outside of this, by the way. What I've told you, pick from that. Krishna did not say, Yata ichiti tata kuru, means you do whatever you like. It didn't say, that's not the meaning of it. Krishna finally says it, do whatever you like from whatever I said. That last part, we are missing it. And Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, whatever you want, you do. Krishna did not say that. He said, from what I said, I've given a list of things. The hitam, the means to attain peace in your life. So therefore, coming to our point here, says in the first tattvam that we need to understand are three. That is, we need to understand that we are the living entities, which is different from the matter. We are all living entities, different from the matter. Now, how many of you, what's your name? Aryan. So when you were born, were you having glasses and this t-shirt and this pant? No. It was a different setup altogether. You're a small baby, right? Would you like to go back to as a baby like that? Because why? Why? It's a good. Why you want to be baby again?
Nothing to worry about.
Man, oh my goodness, what a beautiful answer. Beautiful answer. Yeah. Do you agree, Sri? You agree with him? What about you? You agree to him? Or you want to, no, enough. I don't want to be putting a diaper again and you like to wear diapers, that means. No. But you want to be a baby without diaper. That's nice. But being a baby without diaper, but still want to eat pizza, correct? What a thing, right? If you want to be a baby, you cannot eat pizza. If you want to be an adult, you cannot be like a happy little baby. Right? So many complications. But the truth is what you said, Aryan, you said. By the way, Arya, you are also there in Bhagavad Gita, by the way. Your name is also present in Arya. Krishna says, are you an Arya? He says, if you're an Arya, you should not be speaking like this, like a fool, number one. Krishna says in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where he says, you're an Aryan. Aryan means well-educated person. Educated. You cannot be running away from the battlefield at this point of time. Right? Therefore, yes, we want to be free so that we don't have to worry about our studies, going to school and paying bills and all sort of things. Every one of us want to be happy in our life. And therefore, Krishna says that first understand the happiness is not based on what we get from the body. The happiness, the body, demands of the body changes as we grow. The little baby wants milk. It doesn't want pizza, by the way. You go and give a little bit. Where is our special guest? How old is she? She's 1 year. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. So in our ISKCON style, in our Krishna consciousness, last week she turned 1. In our Krishna conscious style, we sing a song for her. We are going to sing that. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna, dear Kriti, Hare Krishna to you. May Krishna bless you. May Krishna bless you. May Krishna bless you. Hare Krishna to you. That's how we pray on a birthday. Very good. Nice. Nice. So if you go and give her a dal sabji, aloo paratha, gobi Manchurian, paneer, palak, on all those things. By the way, it's lunchtime, right? I shouldn't be telling all those things. Right. So anyway, so you give all these wonderful things. She's going to tell, what is all those things? Give me some mashed rice with ghee and whatever, milk and whatever, right? She's not going to like it. So when she grows up, after 5 years or whatever it is, you go and just only give milk to her, she's going to, I need khichdi now, right? I don't want milk now. I'm not a baby. Right? Correct? I didn't ask your name. What's your name? Manit. Yeah. So as we grow older and older and older, our taste differs. Yes? Yeah. Yeah. So also the way that we want to play and do things also changes. What do you play mostly, Mani? Soccer. When you were younger, what you were playing? Nothing. You're not playing much. Not into sports. No. Run around. You just run around. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So we see that the taste of what we want to do also changes. It changes. Therefore, we can understand as we grow and grow and grow older and older and older, our thoughts, our ideas, our likings and dislikings, all those things keeps changing. They're changing. It's all based on one condition of identifying ourselves to be this body, shariram, this body, right? Because the body is what is demanding us certain things to do. What to do, what not to do is dictating us. But when what Krishna is saying is, well, we understand something, that we are not this body, because as we keep changing our dresses, the body also vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya. Right? Krishna says that how you change the cloth, the garments, when it's worn out, you don't wear the same one. You change it to another one. Likewise, when we become old, dehinam asmin yata dehin, kaumaram yavanam jara, ata dehantra praptir dhira satranam mugayati. Krishna says that once you understand that as you're growing, something which doesn't change is you. That is Atma. We are all Atma. We are not this body. So one tattvam is that Krishna explains that in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And that is the focal point for the entire first 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita, by the way. The entire first 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita is focused on Atma. Atma. That's how he leads it. Once we understand that this Atma is eternal, we are never born, we never die. Do you know that? Do you know that you're never born? When is your birthday? 2011, 28, 2011. Where were you before that? What question is this? Where were you before that? You don't know. We don't know. Therefore, all of us has 3 questions, are very important questions, which is common to all of us. It's very common to all of us. Where we came from, what are we doing, where are we going? If someone would have asked me before I started from St. Louis, where are you coming? If someone here would have asked me, where are you coming from? I would say, what? I'm coming from St. Louis. What are you doing here? I'm delivering a lecture. Where are you going next? Back to St. Louis. Yes, is that a correct answer? Yes, that's a correct answer for me. If I want to have a common answer for everyone who's sitting here, you cannot tell the same answer what I said. Prabhu has come from Kansas City. He is doing some service here and he's going to go back to Kansas City. And you came from Philadelphia. He's come here to meet friends, spend some time with his friends, and he's going to go back to Philadelphia. But if I want to ask you a question, tell me a common answer for all those three which are applicable to all of us. Srimad Bhagavatam says in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a conversation took place with a young boy by his name called Jada Bharata. Jada Bharata. Have you all heard of Jada Bharata? Anyone? Jada Bharata, you know the story? What is the story about? Tell me a little bit about that, Jada Bharata. It's fine. Yes.
Like he was a king earlier, and he became.
Very good, very good, very nice. Bharata was a king first. But for some reason, in the next life, he was born as a deer. Right? And then luckily he remembered his previous life. And now he left his deer body. Now he was born again as a boy in a Brahmana family. And this time, he also remembered his previous life, that he was a deer before. Before that, he was a king, Bharata. And because of one small mistake that he committed, he had to be born multiple times like this. Now he was careful this time. So what he did was, you all like to hear the story? Yes? Okay. So what he did was that he pretended and acted himself as if he was a dumb guy. He was a dull guy. So his father used to tell, Baba, you need to eat with your right hand, not with your left hand. He will eat with the left hand. He said, come and sit now. I'll teach you mantras and you will sleep at that time. Right? He will tell that take shower and eat. He will eat and go and take shower. Right? He will do everything opposite to what has been told by his father. So he had his brothers. Everyone treated him as a waste. They used to tease him and boss him over, bully him, and all sort of things. But he never bothered. He never complained. Your brother or sister, you have sister, right? Sisters are your brother there. Okay, you never fight with each other, correct? You fight. Who's right? You or him? He's saying he's right. What do you think? You're right. Yeah. This is there's two brothers went to a restaurant, and they ordered for a pizza, and the pizza came right in front of them. And what happened? They only made made into two pieces, and one piece was small, another piece was bigger. Okay. Now they've been given a chance. Who's going to take which one? Which one will you take? Which one will you take? Come on, guys. There's only one big size. So the brother said, what's your name? Navyam. So Manish, right? So, Manit said, who's older between, or you both same? You're older. And then, Navyam is taking the bigger size. And you said, brother, you're older. You should have a little bit of sense. Why are greedy? Why you take this one? Why you take the big piece? And then he's asking you, well, if I don't take, which one will you take? He's a very wise man, nice man. He said, I'll take the small piece. He said, that's what I gave you. He wanted to be a good guy. So he said, I'll give you a small piece. That's what I gave you. So it's a smart way of working out things. Anyway, so here the point is that Jada Bharata was acting as if he was a dull guy. So all his brothers, when his father passed away, they took him and put him into the forest, deep into the forest, let him go. Jada Bharata did not worry about anything. He was just walking on the forest. As he was walking, there was a procession. A king was traveling from his kingdom to another place to meet a guru on his way. He was being carried in a palanquin. You kids all know what palanquin is? No? Where the kings put it in a nice a container. It's not a container, it's container. It's a nice thing where servants will carry them and go in their shoulder, right? They carry them and go. That's called palanquin. So as he was going on the way, then one of the guy was, they needed extra hands to carry this palanquin. They found Jadabharata was roaming there. And they called him, oh, come here, come here. Then they said, carry this one. He didn't say anything. He was carrying on his shoulder. While he was walking, he was not walking normally like anyone does. So he was jumping here and there, and the king was not very comfortable. And the king was so upset. He got up and he started screaming and shouting and calling it bad names about this man, this Jadabharata. Everything. Who are you? Where are you coming from? What are you doing here? Where are you going? This is the question he asked. Who are you? Where are you coming from? What are you doing in this forest, in this place? And where are you going? And he asked in such a way, it was really heavy words. Bhagavatam, you read, heavy words. He taunted him in many ways. You have a stout body. Did you, it looks like you have not eaten. So many things he says. But anyway, he asked this poor question. Until that date, Jadabharata has not spoken any words to anyone. Now he opens his mouth and responds to the king, King Raghuguna. His name was Raghuguna, king. He responds to the king. King, the question that you asked to me is the same response what you would give to others. Who are you? Where are you coming from? What are you doing here? Where are you going? Yes? Same response. King did not understand. What? I'm coming from my kingdom. I am King Raghuguna. I'm coming from the kingdom. I'm going to meet a guru. He said all those things. And I'll be back to my kingdom. And Jadabharata smiled and said, no. You, who you are, I am the same. Where you came from, I came from there. What are you doing here? I am doing the same. Where are you going to go? I'm going to go to the same place. Come on, enough of this suspense. What is that? He said, I am Atma. You are? Everyone. Atma. So if we have to say a commonality between all of us sitting here, someone is sitting in saffron color, someone is in the blue shirt, someone is in the green, someone is in yellow, someone is in different colors over here. Someone are wearing glasses, someone are not wearing glasses. Someone is a male and someone are female here. Someone is adults, someone are kids here. Right? Different. How do you want to say that we are all one of same nature? How can you say that? Even we can say that we are all from India, Indian based. Well, even in India, we are different people from different part of the India origin. I mean, Americans are here, Indians are here. So many different things are there. So if you all say we are all one in one sense, can we say, we can only say if we remove the identification of our body, remove the identification of the body, then are you not Atma? I am Atma. You are also Atma. You are also, is anyone here not Atma? That means we have to be a little worried about. Is anyone not Atma here? Every one of us are Atma? Yes? Yes? Every one of us are Atmas. So we are all Atmas. So if we are asking, who are you? We say, I am so and so. A big introduction was given about me. For what? For nothing. I am just simply an Atma. We are all Atmas. Remove the identification and introduction. We are all Atmas. Well, first answer satisfied. Where are we all coming from? Well, I am originally from India. You're from Texas? Yes. Where are you, Prabhu? From? Kansas City. You're also not from Kansas. You're from Florida. And you? Colombia. Anyone else? From anywhere else? Outside of the world? Huh? You're from California. Very good. And some of you are from India, originally from India. Some of from Delhi. Some of are from Hyderabad, and different parts of the world. In that way, we are all different. We are all coming from a different place. But didn't we all come from mother's womb? Yes or no? If you're not, you must be divine person. If you say, no, I'm not from mother's womb. Well, one may challenge saying that I am a test tube baby. Let's not get into too much of complications here. Right? But it's all mothers, naturally mother. Right? Without that, the seed of father and mother, it's not going to, nothing is going to happen. Therefore, we are all coming from our mother. Second question is common to all. It's common. So the first one is we are all atmas, common to all. Second one is we all came from our mother, from our mother. Therefore, yes, that means what? To Aryan, your place, to answer your question, the where we came from is not the only first place. Before that, we existed somewhere else. Also, we had a different father, different mother. Right? Therefore, we are coming from the previous life to this life. Second question, common answer. Third one, what's the third question? Anyone remembers? What are we doing here? Now here, I'm speaking, you're listening. Otherwise, you go home and do whatever you need to do. I go home and I do whatever I need to do. They go to the temple, they do what they need to do. We are doing something or the other. Whatever we are doing is all different from each other. Yes? How can we make it common? Clap, clap, clap. We are all coming into the sync mode now. Karma, advanced students. Karma, everyone can say we are all here to spend our karma. Yes or no? Yes. One may say, I want to come here to collect karma. That's a different topic altogether. The main purpose of coming here, we have to spend all our karmas. Finish the karmas. We are all, in one way or the other, we are here running around, doing things, many things we are doing. Simply, we are draining our karma. That's why we are here. Because of the karma, I came here. That karma I'm spending here. We are all same. Three. Atma came from mother. And then third, we are draining our karmas here. Fourth one. What's the fourth question? Where are we going? As I said, I go back to St. Louis. They're going to go back to Kansas. Everyone will go back to their respective places. What can be common answer for it? Huh? Everyone. Again, in this class, I had to stop. That's why they put another seat here. I think they know I want to do a better job. You have to come and sit here. Better you come and sit here. I'll stop listening to you and stop speaking. Right? So yeah, we are all heading to next life. We are all heading to next life. That next life can be here in this world, or it could be, as you said, a world where we don't have to come back again, called moksha. But our idea is to have next life. Here or there. Our idea is to where are we going? To next life. Yes? Yes. How beautiful. This is the response Jadabharata gave to King Raghuguna. And when Raghuguna heard this response, guess what? Immediately flat fall at the feet of King Jadabharata and said, please teach me more. Tell me more. Speak more. Speak more. So everything starts from hearing. If we are ready to hear, that means we are ready to cultivate, develop knowledge. If you are not ready to hear, if we think that we know more than what is going to be spoken, then nothing is going to go inside. So when we want to cultivate knowledge, we have to come in a humble state of mind that I want to learn something. I want to learn something. Only empty vessel can take more. If the vessel is full, then it cannot take anything. Therefore, we need to know when to use what and be happy with what we have. As I said, this particular king story where the king was opening his ring and reading thing. You remember what the message was, mantra was? This too will pass. There was another king. There was another king. This king was been gifted by horse. This horse is a very, very special horse. It can go super speed, but the horse only know two mantras to make it function. To make the horse function, you have to tell two mantras. To make it move one mantra, to stop another mantra. So the person the person who came and said, this horse is a very special horse. I want to gift it to you, my dear king. But learn these two mantras and use it wisely. And king was very happy, gave him a lot of gold coins to this man, and he left. Mantras are two things. Sit on the horse, and you want to make the horse move forward. Say, God is great. Everyone, God is great. And as you say, the speed will pick up. God is great. So the king sat on the horse. First thing, what did he say? What did he say? And the horse started moving first pace and said, again. And then second pace, again. Increase. What happened was, it was just so fast, like a wind. Garuda goes in, the three things that the Shastra says, there are three things which are high speed. No one can match it. Number one is Garuda, the vehicle of Lord Vishnu, Garuda, super speed. Second one who can go very fast is Hanuman, fast. Guess what's the third one is? Our, who's that? Oh my God. Clap. We are highly qualified audience here. Anyway, the mind. Mind is equal to Hanuman and equal to Garuda. It can go anywhere. Right now, your mind would have gone to already some part of the world. Who knows, right? I may be thinking, oh, this person is so attentively listening, but you must be intelligent. Evening, pav bhaji, whatever, I don't know. You must be gone to some place outside. Over here, I must be thinking, attentive audience are, right? We don't know. So the three things of Hanuman, Garuda, Hanuman, and then mind. Why did I say this one? To stop the horse. So here, it was so fast, and king was enjoying the ride. It came to the point, there was a hill, and nothing beyond that point. It's coming close to the top of the hill, and it's just nothing beyond that point. And king forgot the second mantra. King forgot the second mantra to stop. All he was just saying all this while, God is great, God is great, God is great, God is great. And now he stopped telling that, but the horse did not stop. Because it generated that speed, it didn't stop. It won't stop until you tell the other mantra. Did I tell you what the other mantra is? Thank God. What is that? Thank God. Thank God. He forgot that mantra. So it was coming, the edge, coming this fast. At that point, somehow or the other, he remembered this mantra. Thank God. He just went and stopped there. It just stopped there. God is great. He shouldn't have said that. He said, God is great. You know what happened after that? Where is the start? Finished. Sometimes we have to be very wise in making our prayers in a way that is beneficial to us. Right? So Krishna is waiting for all of us to make that prayer, that God is great. And whatever He has done in our life, we are to be very thankful, rather than cribbing and telling that I don't have this one, I don't have that one, and this, all those things. Be happy with what we have. Therefore, Krishna, as he was telling in Bhagavad Gita, in the second part of this, this is the first part. Second part, once we understand the Atma, then we understand Paramatma, Krishna. And Krishna and Jivatma, a connection together. How to make that connection? Right? Remember, always connect back to the top. We saw the object of knowledge. I have a cell phone. I cultivate the knowledge about the cell phone. Now I need to know. My desire is developed. I and that phone has to be connected. Phone is in the showroom and I am at my home. It's not going to be of any use. The phone and I have to get connected together. How do we get connected? See, from the seventh chapter of Bhagavad Gita to the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives a ways to connect that to yoga. To the process of bhakti, by cultivating bhakti, one can establish that connection. Even now there's a connection, by the way. We don't realize it. We don't see that connection. We can make that connection through performing devotion, bhakti. So now I'm going to ask this question. What is, who am I going to ask? Anyone here, what is this bhakti? What is this bhakti called? What is bhakti? Anyone? Loving devotion. How many of you agree to this statement of loving devotion? Devotion with love. Is it what bhakti means? Yes? So you love someone, what do? You love your mom and dad? Yes? So how do you express your love? How do you express your love?
Service.
Yeah, correct. So you serve your dad and mom? How do you serve? Mom, get me a Xbox. How do you express your love to your dad and mom? You see, if you do your thing, they're becoming happy now, right? Okay, very good. So when you do what you're supposed to do, your chores, that makes them happy. When you don't do those things, they're a little upset. So this is exactly what Krishna speaks in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is connected to the second part of the Bhakti Yoga, where we all have to do our duty. First thing is our duty. Right? Whatever our duties are, we have to do to the best that we can. If you're a father, if you're a mother, if you're a child, if you're a guru, if you're a disciple, if you're a teacher, we all have our responsibilities. We have to make sure that we do our responsibility correctly. When we do that, who is going to be pleased? The Supreme Father. Supreme Father will be pleased. When the Supreme Father is pleased, when God is pleased, how is going to be our life? Huh? Happy. Happy. Easy way to make our life happy is to make God happy. Right? As simple as that. As simple as that. We don't need to worry about anything. Just do what has been told to do. Don't do anything extra. When we are doing our duties as a husband, wife, parent, children, whatever it is, Krishna is telling one thing. That is, add a topping to that one. The topping part is what? This 7th through 12th chapter. Nothing. Cake is made already. In the first 6 chapter, cake is made. Anyone like to have a cake without the icing? Of course, you have a diabetes and all this problem. Then you shave off all the toppings and take the cake. As if cake doesn't have a sugar. Cake is loaded with sugar anyway. But anyway, so you shave off all the icing and then you take the cake. But then what makes the ice more attractive? The icing on the top. All the duties that we are trying to do, the icing has to be there. And that icing is nothing but, as Prabhu said, a loving devotion. Anything that we do as a husband with devotion in service to Krishna, as a wife with devotion in service to Krishna, as a parent with devotion, love to Krishna, as a children going to school, or anyone going to office, if we perform our job as a service to Krishna, guess what? How's our job is going to be? Awesome. It's going to be exceptionally better. When we do service to God, whether you go to job or we are serving in the temple, whether you're serving as a husband, a wife, or a parent, do this as a service to Krishna, then that particular thing is called bhakti. That is called bhakti. Very simple. And this is the message of Krishna throughout 7th to 12th chapter. And a lot of question raises by Arjuna, and Krishna goes into lot of technical details and whatever is left out from all this 12th chapter, from 13th chapter to 18th chapter. And Krishna comes to a point of telling that, Krishna, did you hear everything attentively? Did you catch what the message is? And Arjuna said, my dear Lord, yes, I was attentive. Like those who are sitting in Columbia and listening attentively. I am attentive. I understand what the message. And Krishna said, well, if you understood, then you know what to do. Arjuna said, yes, I know what to do. And the war began. Krishna, Arjuna fought. So the message of Bhagavad Gita, I'm going to conclude now. The entire Bhagavad Gita message is very easy to take it within our heart. Our mind, another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'll be finishing. So please, if you're not concentrated, please concentrate now. I know you all concentrated. Bhagavad Gita took place in a place called Kurukshetra, between two parties, Kauravas and Pandavas. Kauravas had 11 armies, Akshoganis, called Akshoganis, 11 armies. And Pandavas had 7 only 7. Okay. Arjuna was there in the battlefield. He saw and he spoke to Krishna. I said, my dear Krishna, I don't know whether what I'm going to do now is right or wrong. I am lost. I'm confused. And Krishna then spoke Bhagavad Gita. To remove his confusion, his doubts, he spoke Bhagavad Gita. And that is the 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita in 18 chapters, part of Mahabharata. Now, okay, what is that going to, how is that related to me, which you have spoken for thousands of years back? How is it related to me? Our mind is the Kurukshetra. Our mind is a Kurukshetra. Always battle is happening in our mind. Always the battle takes place. Whether to do this, whether to do that. Whether this is right or that is wrong. Right from the time we get up from the bed, we always have a choice whether to get up or not to get up. Yes? Yes, right? Always right from the bed, getting up at the bed, you always have a debating whether to do this or do that. Mind is a battlefield all the time. We also start thinking whether that person is good or this person is good, whether this is good or that is good. So many things, battle happens in our mind. And the parties of this mind battle are 2 groups, good thoughts and bad thoughts. Guess what? Who has more army? You're all advanced students. You know, the 11 Akshogani are bad guys. And the good ones, good thoughts are always less in number. Always less in number. Always. Anything you want to do bad things, support will be more. You say that I'm going to have a Bhagavad Gita class. Just send an e-invite, giving 2 options. Okay, just for the sake of, you're sending an invite to all your contacts. 1, Saturday afternoon, Bhagavad Gita Pravachan, 1 to 3. Same day, Saturday, 6 to 9, Bhangra. Or, what is it? Why am I forgetting? Dandiya. Right? And I'm not going to tell where you're going to get more audience. Right? So you can see this, our mind has always, good things are less and bad things are more. Bad things are more. And our mind is also, unfortunately, we are also very much attached to the bad things. Like how Arjuna was thinking that what he's doing is wrong, he was attached to Duryodhanas and parties. Whether I'm doing right or wrong, I think I should not kill them. They are nice people. Likewise, let the bad thought comes. No problem, no problem. Let it, and we just let it go. We are attached to the bad thoughts. Sitting on the good side, attached to the bad thoughts. I don't know what to do. And if we feed the bad thoughts, we'll go on the other side. But if we don't know what to choose, that is the time where Arjuna exhibited his fantastic quality of I don't know what to do at this point of time. Rather than driven by my own ideas, let me surrender to Krishna. Let me surrender to Krishna. And he surrendered to Krishna. And that's when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. See? This is related to us. It's very much related to us. We are all Arjunas. Our mind is a Kurukshetra. With Kauravas and Pandavas, the thoughts of good and bad. We don't know what to do, how to do. Then we surrender to a Guru. When we surrender to a Guru, a saintly person, he guides us in our life. When a Guru comes into our life becomes auspicious. A guide comes into our life becomes auspicious. And anything at that point of time we try to do will never go wrong. So therefore, we have to accept Bhagavad Gita, accept Krishna as Adi Guru, and come together very often in a satsang and speak about Krishna, do kirtan, and share and ask questions, get more connected. This is the Purushartham. Purushartham, ultimately, we all want to go back to Krishna and serve Krishna in the spiritual world. If you want to be here, make our life happy by being here in service of Krishna. And once the life is done, we go back and serve Krishna. I'll pause here and then open the form for you all to add something or ask questions or any feedback. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
What do we have? Anyone want to share anything? Yes, please go. Is there a mic that she can get?
No,
No, they're getting recorded. Everything is getting recorded. So it'll be nice if people speak.
Then I'll not share. I don't realize it's getting recorded.
Please.
Yeah, I think Arjuna is a very unique disciple. I think he's a very talented, humble student. I think his confusion is not necessarily thinking that Duryodhana is right, but I think he was thinking, even if I perform this, if I participate in this war, the outcomes are the loss of so many lives that include not just his relatives, his gurus, but also a lot of other ordinary people. Arjuna is unique in the sense, I think Krishna chose Arjuna. There's a reason for that. I think he has an extremely great traits. If you look at the way he attained Draupadi, the way he shot the arrow to the fish, with the reflection. And sometimes I wonder, if his ability to share his wife, share his knowledge, not many people can do that. I think it's an amazing quality. And I think he was chosen because he has, I can share many other great traits of Arjuna. I think God wants people to use discretion in understanding what are the outcomes. I think that is when Krishna wanted to give the message to Arjuna of the many other messages he has given. One is, do your duty without expecting the results. And I think Krishna took upon himself the responsibility of Arjuna's karmas, the results, because he's the guru. So I just wanted to share that.
Wonderful. Thank you. Very nice point. Thank you so much for adding that valuable point. Do your duty without an expectation. Karmanevadhikarasya ma phaleshu kadarasya. So you do your duty. That's very nice, beautiful. Thank you. Anyone want to add more points? Yes. Please also tell your name so I can at least hear your name. Your name, by the way. Your name.
Oh, Ratnasri?
Ratnasri. Yourself.
My name is Prem.
Prem.
Yeah. So, and I have a question. I think this is
Question.
Yeah. My kids always ask, positive thoughts, negative thoughts. We talk about this. Now, when we talk about it, always keep positive things. The kids always say, it is very difficult. How do you just keep all the time positive things?
Ahara Suddha Sattva Suddhi. The very first thing we have to start, we have to understand scientifically, we have to understand what we put in, what we get as an output. Very simple. What we put in, that's what we are going to get. And another example is what we associate with, that's what we become. These are the standard known phrases, right? That if you want to become a great singer, you hear more about the singer. If you want to become a big entrepreneur, a businessman, then you read more about how this person did, that person did, all those books, biography, and you become, at least you can try to become like that, right? So if you associate with more of people who have positive thoughts, then naturally we will also be infected to become so with positive thoughts. That's number one. Number two, that's one thing, but there may be a situation where not necessarily we may get such positive thinkers all the time, right? So what do? Internally, one thing is external to go outwards to reach someone who is positive and associate with those people who is positive, giving us a positive energy and thoughts, encouragements, empowerment, and so forth. Second thing is what we take in is going to become our thoughts also. That is what we eat ultimately becomes our thought. If we eat food are sattvic, then our thoughts will be good. If we eat food that are rajasic, then our thoughts will be rajasic. If you get into the tamasic food, then we'll be dull, lazy, things like that. Therefore, it is also important that pay attention on what we eat. Food that are sattvic will give sattvic thoughts and positive thoughts. Is it help? Thank you. And especially one more added to that point is that just sattvic food by itself is good, but that food which is offered to Krishna and then consumed by the family members, then that has a very special effect on us. It's like a elevator that takes us faster. Just a sattvic food is good, but when it becomes a sattvic food becomes a prasad that is offered to Krishna. Any sattvic food that we cook, when you offer to Krishna, that becomes prasad. And when we eat the prasadam of Krishna, naturally we're not going to get any bad thoughts. So that's something that we can start practicing. Okay, I'm going to cook something. When I cook, let me offer to Krishna today. And let's, as a family, we eat all those, what has been offered. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Nice to see you. Sharmaji is not alien to me. Yeah, he was in St. Louis. Yeah, so he is very familiar personality for me. Very humble, very nice, learned person. Very, very great. Please, you want to add something?
I think you've covered everything pretty good, but I just wanted to add something to your answer to this question.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you keep positive thoughts? Through positive actions. And how do we perform positive actions? So the very first, I'm basically a mantra fanatic. So I always fall back on the Vedas. That is the essential source of all knowledge. And as I say, like, whatever Krishna's discourse of 18 chapters, that's all a condensation. It's the essence of all the Upanishads, basically. So, and Upanishads are part of the Vedas. So what the Krishna Yajurveda, the Yajurveda tells us, which is also known as the Karma Veda, because it has to do with doing the righteous karmas. The very first mantra. And this is also actually all the first 4 mantras of all the 4 Vedas are chanted as part of the Avadhana Seva once the services are completed, as part of the puja. So probably some of you know that that's how our Kalpa Sutras are set up. But anyway, so the very first mantra in Yajurveda says, Vishayatva Vayavastha Devavasavita Prarpayadu Sreshtatamaya Karmane Savita. So there is 2 meanings in Veda for that word. One is Savita in the context of our world, which is the earth, and the life the energy that it derives from, which is the sun. So that is one interpretation. But in general, in a broader sense, the Veda refers to Savita as the creator of the universe. So what should we pray? We ask for. Devo Savita Vaha, may that Savita Prarpayatu, inspire us to do what? Sreshtatamaya Karmane, to do the most righteous things. And the Vedas will tell you what the righteous karmas are. Doing your Nitya Karmashtakam, if you're a Brahmin. Or doing, if you're not, then obviously you have a different lifestyle, doing your duty. So, doing things like, your Sandhya, Snanam, Japo, Homo, Devatanam, Chapujanam, Adhidyam, Vaisvadevam, Brahmayajnam. So, the Karmashtaka, okay, karmas that you have. So, anyway, so basically, always pray that you should be inspired by the Savita, the creator, that you should be able to perform the most righteous karmas and then follow them. This will always inculcate positive habits from which will come more positive thoughts.
Anyone else? Our kids, youth here, anyone else, you have any questions or anything to say? What are the things that you remember from this whole speech? Anything that you remember that struck you, or you could recollect some points?
The horse.
The horse.
Not really fast.
What did you remember from that?
Like, so the king, he prayed whenever he stopped, prayed again, and then of course the so you should pray when you know what you're doing.
If you didn't remember anything, at least you should have remembered these 3 things I said, 3 mantras from the 2 stories. At least the first one is this too will pass. Number 1. Number 2,
God is great.
God is great. Number 3, please remember this 3, please. Then the lecture is successful. Yes.
I just wanted to clarify when I meant Draupadi, like you're sharing, what I meant was Arjuna was the one who acquired her. So Arjuna is the medium through which, like through whom Bhagavad Gita is delivered to us. So there can be a lot of people who can gain knowledge, but their ability to share with others is not always there. So that's what I meant. I just wanted to clarify. So if you really look deeper into Mahabharata, I think the qualities of Arjuna will kind of make you realize why Krishna chose Arjuna. And I think it's also, he also appreciates his confusion, because I think because there is a difference between difference between blindly saying my duty versus having a clarity on your definition of duty, is it right or not? So we need to have that vichakshana, that ability to judge and discern for this particular, like for example, Rama, his first duty as a son is towards his father, like as a son, right? So I think different positions will give you different duties. So I think that ability to discern, and that's what Krishna was also telling Arjuna, you're a Kshatriya. So you have to, dharmo rakshati, rakshatiha. So that means you have to do this duty because you have to destroy the evil, even if you're going to kill. So I just wanted to share this.
Yeah, my real fear now is, will I be invited next time or not? Because you're all speaking so much already.
Sorry.
Compliment. Appreciation. Thank you. It's very nice to be in the among the learned people over here. It makes it much easier for the speaker. I really pray at the lotus feet of Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra over here, Krishna Balaram, our temple, and Radha Krishna, to bless you all with a lot of happiness, joy, and give more opportunity for those devotional service, bhakti, and get closer and closer and closer to the Supreme Lord. Thank you. And thank you for having me here. Please forgive me for any offenses that I might have committed. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for a very wonderful and exciting talk. And we are really blessed to have your presence. Now, after this, we'd like to do Damodar Ashtam. Yeah, so Damodar Ashtam is one of the prayers which is done during the month of Kartik, and it's a very like an 8 stanza prayer. We have some copies. I'll hand it to you. Also, we'll take on the screen. Try to sing it together, and everybody can join. And it's important that we'll also do the Deepdan. Deepdan is like you offer the lamp to Krishna, and that has a very special significance on this in this month. So I think just give us a few minutes for preparation, and we'll do it.
For preparing yourself the mood of what we are going to do now, Damodar Shtakam. This is a prayer of a stanza where a great rishi, he is meditating about Krishna, who's been chased, when Krishna was being chased by Mother Yashoda because of his naughtiness. So it's all about the 8 slokas, all about that. After we sing this one, we are going to read the translation. Every one of you get a chance to read one translation. And after that, we go in front, we'll be given a lamp, and the lamp will be offered to Krishna over there. That's a program. And I said, this particular prayer, which is sung and he is offered every day at your home to especially a small Krishna where Krishna has been tied. And it brings a lot of auspiciousness to the family and the house, especially developed family. So that's what we are going to sing now, and you can join. Now you all can come a little forward, or can move forward, please move forward. Shri Radha Damodar ki jai. Yeah. The lyrics are there. If you want to sing along, you have to come this side because over here. Come on, kids! All the kids can come over here. Come.
So you can also see the screen, or like you can have a paper. You can you know. No, I don't. That. In English, so it becomes easy. Everybody has it? Okay, I think we can start.
God.
Namameeshwaram Sachidanandam Yashoda Saram Drisham Adyata Dodhita Purnitra Shubham Prinasam Aram Bhujayumena Atandali Oh Swasakam Pari Rekatakacha Tadraiva Nabodha Bhakti Vishwalila Ananta Kunte Vagosham Nimanjatam Satyapayat Sadeye Shitagnishu Bhaktirjisatvam Puna Prema Shattam Paravritivam Moksham Kampadipa Chaluprineha Vareshatati Idam Deva Purnata Gopala Radha Rasya Astakipa Yam Deva Purnata Dam Mukham Bhojam Yantanile Dam Mule Kasya Gojam Dam Mukham Bhojam Oh, Sumbitam Bimba Rakadaram Nashabiratam Alam Lakshalas Oh, Sumbitam Bimba O Divanamod Rananta Vishnu Pradina Prabodhuka Padresti Vrestya Tidina Bhatat Shamamatna Vedati Vidyata Padresti Vrestya Tidina Bhatat Viratmajo Bhadda Bhutai Bhayatma Maya Shito Bhakti Ajo Krito Cha Viratmajo Bhadda Tata Meva Bhakti Swakame Priyasha Mokshe Graho Meti Amodare Meva Bhakti Swakame Priyasha Mokshe Graho Meti Mase Sudhamne Purati Dhati Variyo Dharayata Vishwashata Namaste Sudhamne Purati Dhati Variyo Dharayata Namo Radhikaye Madhya Priya Namo Radhiraya Devaya Namo Radhikaya Namo Radhikaye Madhya Priya Namo
Ameshwaram Rupam Yashodha Biyolo Kalada Adhyata Purta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Everyone one at a time can get up and start talking. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, All glories are given to Hare Krishna.
Hare
All
Krishna.
glories are given to Hare Krishna. All glories are given to Prabhupada.
Jai.
Thank you so much for everyone. So we'll have nice Krishna Prasadam. That is what we are all waiting for.
Haribol.
Very good. So without further delay, I think it's all ready. It's offered to Krishna, and Krishna is eagerly waiting for all of you to have it. Have the nice prasadam. And we are very much thankful to everyone, Lal Gopal Prabhu, and like all the devotees from Philadelphia as well as St. Louis, Kansas City, and like originally from Florida. So yeah, it's like a mini national thing today. It was. I hope the kids enjoyed the class. Not kids. We have given them the name of the warriors. So thank you so much once again to all of you. Hare Krishna.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should have.
There's a small prayer. If you all want to join, there's a small prayer. You can try to repeat, or otherwise you can hear. Mahaprasade Govinde.
Namaskar Govinde.
Namo Brahmane.
Namo Krishna. Krishna Baradoyamai,
Gauri Bharati Bajai,
Gauri Bharati Bajai,
Prasad Bhai,
Prasana Dilabhai,
Jayana Prajapal, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gunagao, Preme Jako Sri Chaitanya Nitai,
Chaitanya
Jani
Nithai,
Man,
Janiman Janitai,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Sri Advaita Gadadhara,
Sri Advaita Gadadhara,
Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jagannath Baladesh Patra Mahaprasad ki
Jai.
Prem was asking a question about this positive thoughts. So this is a prayer we pray and have prasad to get positive thoughts. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Everything can start. Oh, hi. Yeah, it's good. That's